Hello, everybody. A lot of things rolled through my head today, and I felt the need to post a video on the YouTube channel to clarify exactly what we're doing here. Now, one statement that I've always had since I was a little child, my grandfather, my Pa Burton, is what I always called him, Pa Burton. He was a preacher, uh, and growing up, I would listen to his sermons every Sunday, every Wednesday, every time we attended church, we would listen to him. And it was a man. He was a man of pure passion, pure love for God, and a man that I would love to be able to live up to. Um, but one thing he always said to me, or he said that to everybody that would listen, was truth will stand when the world's on fire. And granted, given the audiences that I have, and still working a full-time job while doing this and raising 5 kids on a single income, I feel like we have a lot to talk about and a lot to cover. I do a lot of it in the live streams, which things are going to be changing up a little bit here in the future as I get more and more serious about doing this full-time. But one of the things that I always said to myself when I started doing these videos, started preaching sermons on video, things that I would always tell myself were, no matter what, don't pull punches. No matter what, always tell the truth. And the thing is, the truth will stand when the world's afire. When God calls his people home and Armageddon comes, this world will be in flames. And no matter what, the truth will stand when the dust settles. It's the one unchanging thing. It's the thing you can't unchange. For me and my belief system, Jesus being king is the number one thing that will never change. And that goes hand in hand with truth. Jesus is truth. Jesus is king. Jesus is the cornerstone of every aspect of my life. Now, that being said, I am a Christian man. I'm a pastor and preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Also, I am going to always, and I vow to you now, as I always have, I will always speak to you the truth. Whether you like it or not is an entirely different question, but it will be the truth. And I have a lot of passion about my belief, about my faith is my number one passion. Secondly, is my family, my wife and kids. God, wife, kids, the rest. That being said, listening to the news today, and I get my news from a wide range because I don't believe in just one narrow perspective of the world. I would, I call myself a conservative Republican, but most of all, before any of that, I am conservative. The fact of the matter is, sometimes I try to be funny, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Fact of the matter is, it's funny to me, and I always try to bring a sense of humor to every situation. And to read the headlines I've read today, talking about the number one joke I've read is that Oprah is going to run for, or possibly run for president in 2020. I for one, feel like that would be a bad decision for her part, based off of her history. Whether you like him or not, Donald Trump is a successful businessman before he was the president of the United States. He was not my first choice as a Republican candidate. I'd listened to Ben Carson for years on NPR radio and absolutely loved the fact that he was a Republican candidate for the election. I loved it. I thought it was a great thing, and I hoped at the very start that he would win, that he would have been the nominee. When he dropped out of the race, it took me a good 5 or 6 weeks to really rally behind the candidate that I voted for, which was Donald Trump. Because when you come down between Donald Trump and Hillary, that's like saying you want a steak or herpes. Not really much of a choice there. Same thing's true with talking about the possibility that Oprah will run for president. If she does, God help her. She'll be as loose as ever whenever it comes to foreign policy and welfare and everybody loving this Bernie Sanders socialist type of economy. You've seen it in her shows to where you get a car, she gets a car, everybody gets a car, and you get welfare, he gets welfare, everybody gets welfare. It's what I believe is going into a slave state where you become slaves to the government, because to meet the requirements to get the free money for food stamps, welfare checks, you have to live a certain lifestyle, one that me and the wife are not exactly comfortable in living. And also based on her record, God help us whenever it comes to immigration policy or foreign policy or economic policy or anything, because much like her weight loss over the years, she's either for it or against it, for it or against it. And in all honesty, it just reminds me back to Hillary Clinton, where she, in the early 90s and whatever, she was against homosexual marriage. And now she is a proud member, supporter of the LGBTQRSTUV community. And it just, no. Okay, no. I do look forward to see who the Democrats are going to choose for their candidate in 2020. It will be interesting. Most commonly, I do get, you know, a lot of questions about what I think about things, or questions about finances, and people wanting to hear my opinion or our opinion. I say my, but it's ours because the wife's included. But quite frankly, we are a unique family, or as I like to say, we are a unique clan. Gul'dan said it best, so we are a practical people. We go with the Frostwolf clan very closely. They are some of our biggest supporters. We are very practical in how we live. We are very conscious of our budget. We try not to live above our means. We have been very blessed in this life to have the things that we have. Me and my wife do support 5 children and raise them conservatively on a single income. So I get a little bit squeamish, or a little bit, I don't know the word I'm looking for really, whenever I hear about a single person not being able to survive on a $13 an hour job. When I first got the job that I am currently in, I was making less than $13 an hour and still providing for a 7-member household. Me and my wife stretch every dollar as thin as wax paper, and we make it work. Those of you out there that are Dave Ramsey fans, I don't know why every time I think of Dave Ramsey, I picture Gordon Ramsay, and vice versa. When I picture Gordon Ramsay, there's Dave Ramsey. The two look nothing alike, but that is how my head works. Those of you that listen to Dave Ramsey, you'll know credit cards are bad in K. You'll know that you want to get a budget and stick to it. And the same is true with us. I don't know how, other than the faith that we have in God and the blessings He gives us, have been able to survive making less than $13 an hour And it also helps that I'm very good at what I do. I've not said on camera in any face, shape, form, or fashion exactly what it is that I do. So I'm kind of keeping it like Barney Stinson. Just you ask me what I do, and I just kind of laugh at you. Um, but the thing is, we are able to survive and stretch. Like you can see back here behind me, there's a box, 2 boxes full of diapers and pull-ups. Because my wife, being as awesome as she is, and understanding how coupons work and how a budget works, for some of you out there asking, you got to understand what a budget is. Grab a dictionary, look it up. There's a picture of my wife next to budget, and then there's the definition for budget. You've got to understand what that is. You've got to sit down, and it's not just, hey, I have coupons, go to the store, give me free stuff. This woman works probably 90 hours a week to come up with the budget, what we have coming in versus what we have going out. She looks at the deals online. She looks at the deals in the newspaper. She plans ahead. Like I said, 90 hours, like even right now, if you listen quietly enough, you can hear her typing. She's laughing. She's like, stop, no. Kind of like, but she's over here typing, and the truth is she's planning for hours, tonight even. This woman doesn't take a day off, nor give herself enough credit for what she does. So in my streams, in my videos, you don't know what you're going to get when you come to my channel, when you join my streams. Right now the kids are off. They're off playing. I'm liable to have a kid in my lap. It is what it is, okay? Truth be told, what this nation needs and what a lot of you out there need to do is quit whining about the situation you're in and do something to make it better, okay? And that's one thing that I want to always bring into perception when you listen or watch or interact with me, is there's nothing holding you back from being a better you. Now, as a man that suffers from anxiety and depression, today was one of those days to where the anxiety was up as soon as I woke up this morning, followed by the valleys of depression all throughout the day. That kicks into my leg hurting from being stabbed, and today was an all-around bad day for me. But I still went to work. I still got up. No matter how down I felt, I'd heard variations of it previously before, but in the truth of the matter, it's a line from Rocky. It's the last Rocky movie. No matter what, nothing's going to hit you harder than life. But it doesn't matter how hard you get hit. It matters how you get back up. It doesn't matter how hard you hit, but how much you can get hit and keep coming back for more. And that's one thing that I've noticed in this liberal crybaby nonsense world that we live in. A lot of people want to cry and whine and for a lack of the better phrase, piss and moan about the situation they're in. They cry out, oh, woe is me, woe is me. Nobody's had it harder than me. And I say to you, if you feel like that is you, come talk to me. I've got a history of scars. I've been in dumpsters and high with bad people. I've been in restaurants that will cost you $1,000 just to eat. I've been high, I've been low, and yet here I am. I've seen my mother battle through 5 years of cancer, not leaving her side and watching her die. I've been through miscarriages. I've been through God knows what else. And I can tell you that no matter how bad you think your situation is, somebody out there has it worse. And that was a harsh truth that I had to face early in my diagnosis of a mental disorder, was that no matter how bad I thought I had it, somebody out there had it worse than me. And I don't know if it was my upbringing or just a blessing from God, but I was never one to sit down and pout and cry about something bad that happened to me. I always got up and made something from it, learned something from it, and grow from it. My wife, who has been through God knows how many horrible things, she has still managed to push through and do all that she does for us and be the most amazing wife and the beautifulest woman on this planet. No matter what, she has not lost herself. And that is the thing with you crybaby liberals out there that want free immigration and everybody gets a share and all this other crap. Shut up. Take your diaper off, put on some big boy or girl panties, and get out there. Make a change. Do something. That's all it takes. Get up. Personal motivation. Get up and do something. And I can hear it now. Oh, well, the fat man on the computer screen or on my phone screen said I need to get up, but he hasn't moved on a treadmill in 10 years. No. I'm happy with my weight. There we go. I'll get the word. I'm happy with my weight. I could stand to lose a little bit of weight, but guess what? I'm happy. As long as I'm happy, nothing else really matters. So with that, I know this video is kind of all over the place, and ADHD, y'all. The wife is over here laughing because, yeah, I don't know why, but it's funny.
You say DHDA, it just sucks to you.
Yeah. Dyslexia sets in at times too. And see, just like right now, in the middle of that tirade, I can't help but look down, and I have this little green Yoda, and it distracted me. I don't know why, but it did. And then I completely forget my talking points. And I know a lot of YouTubers or vloggers or whatever you want to call this out there, a lot of them will have the little notes that they hold on. No. The one thing that I always wanted to bring to this YouTube channel and this long video that I'm putting on is that it's raw, it's open, and it's truest in the every means of the word. Now there will be certain things that I just can't say out loud because I have to recognize the world that we live in. You can't just say whatever you want and get away with it. It's kind of like I mentioned Harvey Weinstein earlier. Sexually abused women for years and just now getting caught. That raises all kinds of questions, but I can't necessarily talk freely about this subject because I like my job and this is a public forum. So yes, there are some things, some ideologies, some facets of what I think about things that I'm going to keep to myself, share in a private manner with friends and my wife, and as my kids grow up, share with them in a private manner because YouTube's a public forum and I like my job. Now, if I'm ever blessed enough to be able to do this kind of stuff, make the videos, make the streams, and do all of this full time and provide a great income for my family, then yes, I will unleash all filters and tick every one of you off with how I feel on a lot of topics. My wife is over here literally laughing right now because she knows I'm telling you the truth. There are certain things that just fly out of my mouth that shouldn't be uttered by a person that holds a public job because, yeah. With that being said, there will be times that I won't hold myself back because freedom of speech, y'all. It's a real thing. Right up there next to the right to bear arms. But I don't have a bear except for my tank druid. It's a bear. I can bear arms then. Bear arms, y'all. It's real. Why are you taking a photo of... My wife is over here taking a photo of her computer. I don't know why, and I'm not sure I want to know why. But, yeah. ADHD, y'all. It's bad. They get distracted quite often. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because my mind is starting to... Yeah. I completely forgot the whole point of this video now. I feel like Doc from Back to the Future now. What was that movie he played in? With Morgan Freeman and Christian Bale's Batman's Alfred. What was his name? You know, the one white guy that played in Secondhand Lions.
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
The movie we watched, where they rob a bank, and they're 60 years old and rob a bank. By the way, if anybody wants to send me money,
No,
I'm a huge fan of money.
you can't do that to people.
What, soliciting money?
Ask for money.
Oh. I'm not asking them. I'm telling them if they want to. It's not required, but it is appreciated.
Daddy.
What, baby? And hold on. See, this is one of the wrong moments that I'm talking about. This is my 4-year-old, Madison. You'll see her in my streams all the time. She's baby girl, or as we've come to know her, Princess Fufu the Magnificent. There's the Princess Fufu smile. Now, what did you want, darling?
I'm attracted to the door, and the will go from where I carry my baby, one baby all the time on my princess bike.
Yes, Princess Fufu the Magnificent has a princess bike. Be jealous. And it broke off?
Yeah.
Okay, well, as soon as Daddy is done with this, which will be very, very soon, Daddy will fix it.
Okay.
Because Daddy can do what?
Sit on that.
Daddy can fix anything, can he?
Yeah.
Okay. Except liberals. Daddy cannot fix liberals. It's illegal.
Stop it.
Because liberals are bad, okay?
Okay.
Say bear arms. Say bear arms.
Hello.
Say conservative.
Okay, you're very good.
Conservative. Conservative. Good job. All right, go. I love you. Love you.
I love you.
Okay, so I have to fix a princess bike because that's what men do, y'all. When you have any kids at all, it doesn't matter. They pick up an imaginary phone and say it's ringing, you answer it because you're the parent. When they tell you that their princess bike is broke, but probably the parts just clipped off, you go in there and you fix that junk like you are a Hyundai technician fixing a BMW. Because I know nothing about cars.
That's it.
I don't know anything about cars.
Not the DeLorean. Car.
Yeah, Ryan had a freaking DeLorean catch on fire. So I guess Marty didn't get to 85 miles per hour. And he crashed. It was sad, y'all. He got out all shaking. True Michael J. Fox fans will get that.
That's funny.
I get that at least like 16 times a day. That is a horrible statement. And yeah, Parkinson's is not funny. Raise money for it, please, because it's bad. They write you a letter to say thank you, but
Stop it.
see, one of those thoughts that just randomly pop into my head that I shouldn't say out loud, I just did, and my wife saved me from bad stuff. So anyway, I'm going to end this. I love you as God loves you. I do have a twisted sense of humor. I do want you guys to stay tuned because there's going to be, and I talked about this at the first of the video, there's going to be a lot of changes coming up. Like I am changing. Me streaming on YouTube is going to be strictly on Twitch. And that's because I don't know of any other platform besides Facebook, and I don't necessarily like streaming on Facebook. But I am going to be specifically streaming on Twitch and uploading videos, probably random videos with this little princess here in the future. Excuse me. And there'll be other videos like this that I just talk because, you know, therapy is expensive, y'all. What?
Abby won't listen.
Abby won't listen? Oh no, an 11-year-old won't listen to a 4-year-old? Not at all. Where shall we go?
I don't think this is fixable, Daddy.
Use a blanket.
Use a blanket and spank her?
Yeah.
That's illegal. I can't put a blanket over and hit her. That's mean. Are you being mean to your 11-year-old sister?
I don't think this is fixable.
It's probably not. You touched it.
Whatever.
You realize it's cold outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually broke off.
Thank you. Now, anyway,
Put it back in.
yes, YouTube, Twitch, stream
Put it
stuff.
away.
And of course, there's going to be some stuff all over all the social medias and whatnot. Fact of the matter is, stick around, because if you like this video, you want to give it a little like over here, this region. Where's the like button on YouTube?
Subscribe button's down in the bottom.
Right? No. Yeah, right here. Right here. In this area. Click subscribe. Give it a... Wait, it's a thumbs up on you. I can say it. Thumbs up on YouTube.
That's a lot.
No, they have a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
Oh, I guess.
But it's not a like button. It's a thumbs up button. Facebook has the like TM. See, you got to put the little TM right here. Like TM. Anyway, I love you as God loves you. You guys stay tuned. There'll be plenty more of these. Let's call them rants. No, rant's not the right word. Conversations, maybe? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments below if anybody ever watches this. Tell me in the comments down here the word I'm looking for. We'll call it the missing word of the day. I approve this message. I love you as God loves you. Take care.